Yeah, because I had heard, when AEW, was first announced, and obviously that was pre-pandemic, that New Japan Pro Wrestling was not particularly thrilled that all of you left to go do this. I mean, is it really? Is it? I mean, it's pretty still hard for me to believe that this is even playing out as friendly as it is. Obviously they found each other in the same foxhole during the pandemic, but I did not. I thought New Japan was well off into its own North American expansion before all this stuff played out.
Yeah, well, time heals all wounds. I can see how, in what 2018, this would have been a hell of a wound, to realize that a lot of your top American talent are, just gone. Um, and the door was open. The door was open. The door's always been open, and I'm glad now it's no longer forbidden, and that we're getting to do this. So, I mean, it's taken 3 years, but I'm glad we're here. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of inevitable, I think.
I was reading some quotes earlier today from John Moxley. He did this very candid interview with his wife. I don't know if you saw it, but he was talking about how he thought it was good for guys like Wheeler Yuta, Darby Allin to go over, do things like Best of Super Juniors, work over in Japan, and bring those skills back to AEW. You obviously already kind of went through that. I mean, like, do you feel like a little bit? I mean, you're still really young, man, but like, do you feel like you carry a little bit of that veteran clout now when you're talking to these guys that are trying to figure out what do I do with this New Japan relationship? What would you do if you were me, kind of deal?
Um, no, not really. But then I realize, like in the midst of a conversation, I'm talking to a guy who's never been to Japan or never wrestled
Right.
guys who don't primarily speak English or whatever it is, and they're maybe a little overwhelmed or intimidated by it. And to me, that seems like such a foreign and far gone, just train of thought, I guess. So yeah, I don't like off the top of my head, I don't feel that way. But in the midst of a conversation, I'll kind of realize like, oh shit, yeah, I guess I have done stuff that a lot of these younger guys, as it pains me to say it, they've had the chance to. So I mean, yeah, like for a guy like Wheeler to get to go over and do Best of Super Juniors, like that's incredible. It's great to be able to wrestle that frequently, that often with guys you've never wrestled before. I mean, it just sharpens you, you know.
Yeah. What did you think of the announcement last night that Bryan Danielson is not going to be able to wrestle? I mean, you guys had a hell of about maybe one of your very first title defenses. I don't remember if it was your first or whatever, but man, you
I think
guys
it was,
threw
yeah.
down. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, you guys threw down, man. Like, what is it like for you to watch this guy so quickly have to kind of be taken off the table? It feels like a lot of talent right now at AEW. I think people are saying are going down with injury at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's scary. Like I guess God, I hate to say like as I get older, but as I get older, wrestling is more scary to me. Just like watching it because I've now been around and known people who've had to quit or retire or who had to take who had just like grueling injuries or things they'll carry with them forever. Like it's it's fun to watch, but in some ways like it's becoming less fun to watch too, because I guess I'm just like I'm kind of realizing the gravity of that kind of stuff. I hope the best for him. Obviously, I don't know any details, and I couldn't really hear his promo Wednesday anyway. I can't hear anything in the arenas anymore. Um, so I don't even know what he said. But yeah, I just hope the best for him. Yeah, I hope the best for anyone's health. Obviously.
Do you think that AEW style is a particularly rougher style? I think that's something a lot. Obviously, you chimed in recently about how elders in our community have podcasts, have their own opinions, right? But I feel like this, what I'm bringing up right now, is like a kind of refrain I've seen across a lot of people, which is like, they think that the guys in AEW are pushing themselves a little hard right now.
Um, yes and no. I mean, obviously, it's maybe a more physical style than wrestling has been for the past, couple of decades, at least, mainstream in America. But I like that. But you got to take into consideration, you know, it's not the 70s or 80s. We're not all, gassed up and, tearing our bodies apart in that way. We're not all, dealing with substance abuse stuff. So we're generally across the board healthier. I mean, we do Dynamite once a week, and I don't wrestle every week. My body has way more time to heal right now than it ever has before. So you take all that into consideration, and like when you wrestle once every 2 or 3 or 4 weeks or 8 weeks or whatever the hell it is, um, you kind of want to go all out. I will never knock anybody for that.
Yeah, for sure. And just to clarify, like everybody saw your tweet yesterday. I think Booker T had his chance to weigh in on it. Said you didn't name him by name, but were you kind of reacting to maybe not just Booker, but everybody out there who was giving crap to Adam Cole for whatever kind of meme was going around the other day?
No. I was as specific as I intended to be.
Okay.